Good morning. Welcome to Bazaar Morning Call. I'm Lata, with me Anuj and Sonia. Well, we are entering the thick of Navratri. From Shashti onwards, the sixth day, it becomes the festivities actually increase in momentum. So here's wishing all of you once again greetings for Navratri. Just specific for today, the global market is not celebrating with us. We are seeing a bit of profit taking. It's one pretext or the other. In America, in the US, it's a very loose pretext of Iran interfering with US elections, or Russia for that matter. Then there is news in Asia of IMF further downgrading growth forecasts. All these are just excuses. The market has run up and you're seeing a bout of profit taking today. I'm not sure how much to read that into India, because reading anything is becoming very difficult. If one went by yesterday's whipsawing movements, it was difficult to justify anything with fundamentals. It was just the market with a mind of its own. Today, there are actually a lot of positives for the Indian markets. The FI buying is, if anything, increasing with each passing day. And yesterday, the DEA secretary spoke at the CII function, and he reiterated that the promise made by the finance minister is something that has percolated, and they are all working on some kind of a package. And we also saw the Reserve Bank announce it's already promised, but it was delivered yesterday, a standing long-term repo facility. At any point in time, banks can borrow from RBI below 4%. It's a floating rate linked to 4%. And lend it to specified sectors, like food processing, renewable energy. They have some sectors. But the point is, they are repeatedly making facilities available to lend to industry. It looks like all these are positive stimuli. But Anuj, good morning. What is on the market's mind, really?
Good morning, Lata, and good morning, Sonia. I mean, I take your point, and easier said than done that you should buy the dips. Yesterday, the way the market dipped, it was not a dip; it was almost a collapse. But I did make a point yesterday that perhaps that shakeout was an opportunity. Look, for me, the big Q among all the global market cues yesterday, Europe fell because they are having their own problems of the second wave of COVID, which is brutal. So that's why that's a Europe-specific issue, and because of that it fell. But look at the FI data for last 3 days. This is the carry trade, which is back. It went away for some time when the dollar went back above 94 and almost to 95. 2,100 crore yesterday. Previous day was 1,585. Previous day 1,657. So in 3 days we're looking at 5,350 crores, which is almost what $750 million in 3 days. And this morning the dollar index is at 92.7. I think for me that is the bigger cue. While Asia right now is down, but Asia didn't participate in the kind of global mayhem that we had yesterday, especially the European markets, which we did yesterday. So let's see. The market essentially is very strong with some violent shakeouts. Yesterday, Nifty fell 243 points from top and then rallied 162 points. The Bank Nifty fell 723 points from top and then rallied 635 points. Really manic moves. And I can tell you, you can be anyone. If you bought at 12,000, you would have been stopped out. And if you bought Bank Nifty at the peak, you would have been stopped out. So the key in this market is to buy on dips and perhaps add more on these kind of shakeouts. Also, one more thing, the Q2 earnings have been really strong. I think yesterday's Ultratech numbers and the commentary, and this morning, I'm not surprised with the kind of upgrades that we have seen. That could lead to further re-rating in some of the domestic sectors. I think that's important. But you can't chase this market on gap ups. You'll have to buy on gap downs, on intraday dips, on panic. You have to buy on shakeouts. How do you do that is, especially with weekly options, is perhaps you buy call options when the market gives you that dip. For example, yesterday when the market dipped, next time the market gives you something like this, perhaps you buy call options with the hope that ultimately the trend will take care of you. And you bet on the institutional stocks because it essentially is an FII-driven market. So you focus on your big stocks and you make a lot of money. Sonia, morning.
Hi, good morning. Absolutely. And now, give and take all the volatility, the market is less than 500 points away from that all-time high, right? So we've been trending higher, and that's the important thing to remember, the buy on dips. Even if you look at it, Anuj was talking about 5,300 crores of buying from FIs in the last 3 days. Yesterday, particularly across the board, whether it's Infosys, HDFC Bank, there was more than 1,000 to 1,500 crores of delivery volume. So lots of money coming into the large caps. Also, in terms of good earnings, Anuj spoke about Ultratech. Post-market hours, you had good numbers from the likes of Syngene, KPIT Technology, margins were good, management commentary was strong, JK Tyres was good. So there's been no accident as such up until now in the earnings season, which is great. Today you have big numbers from the likes of Asian Paints, Bajaj Auto, Biocon. So Anuj, this domestic theme, that's been working for now, consumption, autos, cement. You think this is a theme that people will continue to drive upwards?
Well, I think so. And I think today you'll have numbers, as you said, from Asian Paints and Bajaj Auto, which will perhaps further tell you, so the market's getting into some kind of Goldilocks scenario, Sonia, and IT is also doing well after 2 or 3 days of profit taking. HDFC Bank. I think the point I made up 3 or 4 days back. As of now, things are in place, or ingredients are in place for this market to hit perhaps a new high on the Muhurat day. And we'll be doing that special trading. Perhaps on that day we hit a new high because the strength of the earnings can never be underestimated. I know a lot of people say that it's in the price, but like you would see perhaps in Ultratech today, nothing is always fully in the price. So, if you come out with good numbers, and the commentary is positive and there's visibility, the market will reward you. So I think domestic stocks perhaps could do well. There was a lot of disbelief. Look, there's a lot of disbelief in a lot of people that earnings can't be good. But it's just, and it's not just one company, two company. Almost every domestic company is reporting good numbers,
It's
which
just
is
that,
good news.
the only deja vu about it is usually the early part of the season is good. So, I have been swept off my feet with the enthusiasm when you see the early numbers. But I take your point entirely. This time, the early numbers, compared to the disbelief, were excellent. I mean, whether it was IT or whether it was cement or whether it was consumption, they have been very good. But let's see if the enthusiasm carries in the latter part of the earnings season. Okay, we will discuss earnings actually. To check, we have a guest joining us to tell us whether people are upgrading, whether there are more earnings upgrades and EPS upgrades. But for the moment, here's the big equity call of the day. Neelkan Mishra of Credit Suisse says, as evidence of economic recovery mounts, loan growth assumptions should rise. Financials are also the cheapest versus 10-year average. Low macroeconomic risks make them attractive. So that's a strong Credit Suisse call in favor of financials.
Okay, and let's get you some money market views. Of course, the dollar index and the way it's been moving is crucial. But for the rupee today, Mohan Chenoy of Kotak Mahindra Bank says that India's forex reserves have now surpassed $550 billion, indicating that balance of payments surplus has been robust. He says despite the BOP surplus and weakness in the US dollar index, the rupee has not gained due to the RBI intervention. He says the near-term dollar INR range of 72.80 to 73.30 is likely to hold until the US presidential elections. He expects the dollar INR pair to trade in a range of 73.35 to 73.70 for the trading day.
And on bonds, Mohan Chenoy says positive sentiment continues in the bond market on the back of open market purchases by the Reserve Bank. The first SDL, that is state loan OMO of RBI, will be conducted today. Increased buying by foreign investors, FPIs, is also helping the government securities market. Strong rally has been seen in commercial paper and corporate bonds, which have clearly outperformed the G-Sec market. Expected trading range for the day is 5.89 to 5.92. I can't emphasize how strong the cues are for corporate recovery in the corporate bond market.
Okay, well, that's